So you're just speaking there about this all-out war, but you were a former British Army officer with lots of experience, Tobias, in the Middle East. If we see an escalation between Israel and Iran, and I know you're saying Donald Trump right now is holding off US involvement, but what threat does this actually pose to the region? Like you said, we've seen Syria fall. It could be a good time right now because it is a weakened Iran, but what's the ramifications?
Well, it's interesting that, people are now swatting up and learning a bit more about what Iran is all about. For most of Europe, they don't appreciate that it's actually the size of Western Europe. 92 million people there not really enjoyed democracy at all. And if you're going to lift the lid off an oppressed population and suddenly expect democracy to flourish, you've got another thing coming. Take a look at Syria. We were just discussing there. Assad, the dictator, has gone, replaced by an old Al-Qaeda boss. So what would happen is probably civil war. But even before we get there, it's likely that if this war persisted or elevated, the regime would go down fighting. It still has a lot of ballistic missiles left. If they were targeting American assets in Iraq and so forth, it would then impact on the economy, the Straits of Hormuz, the Red Sea, and so on, with wider ramifications for the entire global economy. These are very difficult times indeed. There's no doubt about it. But America's hesitance here, I think, is an indication to say it doesn't want to get involved, and it is looking for a different direction of travel. It's very easy, as I say, with superior weapons, with intelligence, to blast the regime into oblivion. It's much more difficult to find a long-term peace and stability. That is the difficult piece, and that's where capital cities across Europe and beyond are scratching their heads.